You ready to start this?
I'm gonna start us off. We usually start off with a song.
And his is usually terrible. Mine is usually
now.
good.
I'm gonna preface this. I don't know the words to this song very well.
Then why start with that song?
Because it makes sense what I want to talk about. All right, you ready? I think it's Ray Shremmert. Ray
Shremmert.
How you say it?
Ray Shremmert.
I think it's them. Here it is. I ain't got no type.
Bad bitches is the only ones that I like.
Welcome to I Can Explain That Podcast, the podcast where we go through each other's internet search histories to find out how terrible we really are. I am one of your hosts, Chris Reiter, Ball Spot Poppy, the funny one, not your baby father, the one with the biggest wiener, the tall one, the one from Red Hook. Over there is Bazemore. And
okay, he got it.
In between us, comedian. I recently described you to someone, a woman who has a thing for brown men.
Oh,
and I described him
This is not going to be good, bro.
No, I described him as a Hassan Minaj with a way better jawline.
I'll take it.
Nikhil Mehta.
That's a good intro.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Anytime.
That's
who are you talking to?
A friend, a nurse who just moved here, and I found out I didn't know she had a thing for brown dudes.
So you might be getting a phone call.
She had a big lady boner for Osama. And I was like, oh, you think Osama's handsome?
I got another guy. Yeah. How do you think that you're described?
Me?
Yeah.
How other people describe me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's a kind of a deal. I want to hear. Go.
I have no clue. Probably nice. I think people probably use just like non-descriptive, non-physically descriptive terms.
You know how I describe you?
Oh.
The fat one. The fat one. Well,
normal people.
Who beard doesn't connect. Looks like a young, like you and Cab could play Uncle Phil, like early days.
Bro, me, Cab, and Julio Diaz, like we could like be three different Uncle Phils.
Yeah, it's the truth. So it's like, that's how I describe you. If I was to describe you, I think he hit it on the head. That's kind of, before then, I'd be like, you don't know him? Then all right, fuck it. I give up too easily when it comes to describing people.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's like, if it's romantically and someone's like, yo, I'm into this type of guy. Do you know someone of the sorts? And I'm like, yeah, I got a guy for you. He's like, well, can you describe him to me? And I'm like, he got a penis. I think he got a job.
Clothed.
He got a place. I've never smelt him. I don't give the best ones.
It's tough when a girl asks you what your type is and she's trying to set you up. Because really, because I could describe it, but then like
it's not you.
But if she's like, then I got to take her off the table. Now I'm like, I'll do that too. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
There's no preference really.
Well, guys we don't really have a type, and it's not because bad bitches is the only ones we like. We don't have a type because
I ain't got no type.
We're like, I've been looking at this show about catching crab, Deadliest Catch, and they just put a big cage on the bottom of the sea, and basically just let them just get in there, and then that's how they catch them. There's no real like science to it,
right?
From what it looks like, it's just like I'm just gonna drop this cage, let them come in. Whoever doesn't come in.
Well, it depends on which ship you're watching on Deadliest Catch. Because I remember Phil Harris had this whole thing where like if he could see bubbles, he thought it was crab farts.
What?
That was his whole thing. He thought if he saw bubbles on the Bering Sea, he thought that was like a hot spot for crab because crab farts. And they'd be like, Phil, crabs don't fucking fart. And he'd be like, that's what you think.
I got to get to season 2 or something. It goes down. I'm going to binge this now.
Yeah.
But anywho, I think that's how most men get women. Or like it's just like we just drop some on the bottom of the sea and just hope that people come in it.
Sure.
And then,
I think in general, yeah.
And then we just pull it up and be like, this one is defective. In terms of
fucking, yes.
But most men, most of us, we don't look. How many men you know go out like, I'm looking for a wife? So most of the time, you just fucking someone and you just be like, I don't mind fucking them for longer.
You think that's how? I feel like you hit a certain age and you like,
just start dating.
Like,
yeah, but I think for the most part, most men aren't thinking that until they.
I think they are. I think after a certain age,
I'm at that point where I'm like that.
Right. I think that's what. Yeah. After a certain age, it's not about going out and trying to fuck. It's like that's why I think Hinge is so popular among this age group, the late 20s, because it's like I'm not just trying to swipe right and fuck on Tinder. Let me make a connection with someone and date.
Maybe I'm assuming wrong because I assume, and you know what they say when you assume? Make
an
an
ass out of yourself.
And me. You and me. It's weird. But anywho, yes. So I think personally, that's how we shoot.
So I opened up with that song. Do either of you have a type? And if you do, describe it.
You.
I don't. Yeah. I really don't think I have a type.
Okay.
At all.
Just throwing your anchor down
Yeah.
and just whatever.
Just throwing the cage in the sea.
I just
what I catch, I catch.
Hopefully it's not.
Let me hear your
Right.
type.
My type, black woman.
Oh, yeah.
That's just my thing. It's not my thing. It's just I don't know. I've never, and this may, as weirdly people may think this is racist, but I've never seen myself marrying a white woman.
I can see that. I mean, that's fair.
I just never seen it. If it happens, I mean,
Right, because you're making a hypothesis about yourself that you wouldn't necessarily have that connection.
Yeah.
With someone who isn't of similar background as you.
Exactly. So
I mean, once we get successul, though,
then
you can connect with a lot of white women.
Yeah,
they coming for you.
That's a timeline right there.
I'm a hold strong though.
I think I've referenced it a few times. Zubi Ahmed had the perfect tweet. I think it pretty much sums up most people's thing. It's like, I don't have a type. My type has a me.
Exactly.
Right? But I did ask the question because I was curious in today's very progressive and woke climate, is it okay or problematic to have a type?
Problematic.
Okay.
Nah, I think it's.
It depends.
Okay.
Well, first, give me your opinion.
This is what I was thinking about. This is like we're at this dating stage where everybody's like, we're supposed to be at a new, right? Like everybody should be open to whatever. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you have your preferences, this and the other, but for the first time, you can literally get on a dating app and exclude an entire race, exclude an entire height. Like, to me, that
mile
is,
range.
That
all
is
shit.
That is backwards thinking like crazy. There's a lot of people who would be like, I don't date.
You can filter. Yeah, you can filter down.
I disagree because I think it is what it's like. If someone says, I don't want to date a black man because they look like monkeys, then it's like,
well, that's a whole other.
Then it's like you are racist, bitch. Right? But if you just like, if you kind of like the same things, like, I didn't grow up around it. I didn't see it a lot. It ain't something that necessarily, and it's not to say that it's not attractive. It's just, I never looked at myself as like, I'm marrying this guy. So I think your preference is perfectly fine as long as it comes from a preferential place. Like if it's just preferential, like I just
sure.
Like
I get what you're saying. So in reading, I think both of you touched on two different things. So at some point, when you have a type, it can border on fetishization.
Yes.
Like you see a lot of white dudes, and it'll appear a lot of them colloquialism that they have yellow fever.
Yeah.
Like a lot of dudes, a lot of white dudes especially, only date Asian women. And there's inverses to that. There's white women who have, I only date black guys.
Sure.
There's like Latina women get sexualized.
Those white women will date black dudes and then marry a white dude.
Oh, for sure.
But that's the issue.
For sure.
That's where the fetishizing comes in for me.
Right.
Okay, I had a question. As a black dude, are you offended by that? Because I have some black friends who will be like,
what time of the night?
I can't believe she's just trying to use me for my body. And I'm like, that
what
sounds
time
like
of the
move.
night is it?
It's
midnight. Closing time?
Is it closing time?
Closing time.
And I struck out on it. I mean, then use me. But if it's,
I don't really have an opinion.
Is this someone I'm trying to marry?
Because I'm
probably not.
I'm not the skin tone or the demeanor that a girl who has a fetish for black dudes. I'm not the black dude.
Same.
She wants to date a Q. And
she doesn't want to date.
I might be a Kappa.
But that's it's the truth though. Like I used to have a joke about being the starter black guy.
Right.
I'm like, you start off with me, you work your way up.
Right.
Because if you start up there, then you starting at the peak. You may not be ready. You gotta start slow.
Right. Yeah. Farm system.
Exactly.
Right? Minor leagues.
Exactly. So, I mean, technically, I've been fetishized with probably being tall more than black.
Sure.
I would say.
Yeah.
Because I think across the board, chances are I'm 6'4". Chances are I'm gonna be one of the taller people in a bar at any given moment. So,
do you find yourself being the target of fetishization? Now that I moved to New York, out of Missouri. I have noticed I have met a lot more women who, it appears, white women specifically, that they only go for brown men.
See, this is a new
because
thing.
they all own MacBooks.
Yeah, they need the printer help.
Yeah, they need someone to help them.
They need the printer help, or they need to fucking get taken to the next level in a yoga class, something like that, bro.
They want to say namaste the right way.
Yeah,
they're trying to impress,
yeah.
make good hummus and shit. Is that? All right.
I don't know.
I'm a roll with it. We're going to keep it rolling.
So you found yourself the target of brown man fetishization.
See, I would never be. I had. So this is new because before, I don't know what changed. I don't know if people started getting into the horoscope shit or what. Like something changed where it's just started. It's a new thing, and we got some celebrities out before.
Right.
We had had negative dating stereotypes. But
really?
Yeah. At least coming up.
Sure.
Yeah, like it wasn't. I never really had like. It would be weird shit where it'd be like, damn, I didn't think I'd date an Indian dude, shit like that. I've gone home with a white girl before, and she had fucking more Indian shit in her house than my parents fucking had.
That's scary.
And I was like, yo,
that's scary.
I didn't even connect. Holy shit.
That's fucking scary.
Yo.
This is like you've been studying for this.
Right.
Like you've been your whole life has been for this moment.
But I don't know, bro. I don't really. Honestly, I don't really get with white girls that often at all. So, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. But on that tip, like what we were talking about earlier, can you have a type? I just get a little puzzled when people are like, I just don't date this race. Because that seems acceptable.
Right.
But to me, that's crazy.
Right. Like,
To
I
me,
think what he said was acceptable. Yeah. Like, I never visualized myself with X, Y, and Z type of person. No. But to say, be like, I don't fucking date Hondurans, that sounds fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's a personal thing.
Right.
You like, even when you just said that, I was like, what did they ever do to you? Like, they're nice people.
I don't know. Not me specifically. What is, so you don't date a lot of, what is your demo of like, break down your scorecard of women, your majority of women you date or see?
I would say Indian girls and then black girls and then Latinas probably.
Black?
Yeah. Well,
wow.
I grew up like my school was mostly black people, so
I knew I liked you.
That was like, I don't know. That was just like everybody. Like all the cheerleaders and shit were black. All the good-looking girls were black. So everybody, even the white dudes, were like, I need a black girl.
So types, if it's a fetishization, not okay. Apparently,
no.
Also,
and I'll give you an example because I'll think about this fucking recently. I have a friend and she's posting all this Asian hate shit. Like
she's posting Asian hate shit?
No.
Read the room, baby girl.
She's letting
She's
it fly.
like, matter of fact.
She's like,
I hated crazy rich Asians.
Stop Asian hate, all that stuff.
Got you.
But I know her well, and we talked about dating before, and she was like, I'd date anybody. I would just never date an Asian dude. And I was like, that is racist. But now you're out here like...
She just don't know.
She's not practicing what she preached. But also, statistically, Asian men are the most dogged demographic of person on dating apps.
Sure.
Number 1 is Asian men. Number 2, black women.
Yeah.
Like the least swiped right on demo of people.
It's all because of the stereotype.
Right.
And now we're in an era where you can literally cut that whole group off. If you're in a room with fucking a bunch of people who are cool or whatever, who are your vibe and race, you would not be thinking that way. But you can hop on a dating app and cut that whole group out.
Right.
To
you
me,
can literally just tell it, not that group.
And we're like, to me, that's moving in the wrong direction.
I think it's on I hear.
Don't get me wrong, I do put my preferences in, but
as you should. I mean, I think it gets tricky, right? Well, it's not even tricky, but people make it kind of tricky when they go, if you don't, like, I've heard people go, if you're not into trans women, you're transphobic.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like dick, so I got to take the L so I don't be so I don't come out as
so I don't get my career ended.
Yeah, so I got to just be like, you know what, I got to bend over this. That's
I'm progressive, but not that progressive.
But
yet.
it's okay. My whole thing is it's okay.
We talked about that once,
thing.
And like that's sort of like where genital preference is okay, But to say like I don't fuck with trans women because they're not really women, then you're in that area where now you're saying some fucked up shit.
Well, but that's the same
you
thing.
watch Pose. Some of those bitches
hold
is
on.
bad.
What if she doesn't have a dick though?
That's still new pussy. Now with it, I used to have a joke about it. You gotta wait 18 years. Like this is too soon.
But so fetishization, not okay. Preference is okay. But from a sociological standpoint, from a human health standpoint, I read an article where it's like you shouldn't necessarily have a type because you're short holding yourself.
Yeah.
When you filter out an entire demo, you're cutting yourself off to an entire branch of people who you might fuck with.
No,
for sure. Yeah. For sure. I mean, listen.
For shit, sure.
I stopped saying it. It's for me personally. I live by that whole crap thing. You throw your shit in the bottom of the ocean.
Women are animals. I get it. Okay.
Wow.
Cool. That's what he's saying.
Wow.
Chris Bazemore. You heard it here first.
Well, I call them crabs because they're itchy. No. No, but you throw your shit. You cast a wider net.
Right. Yes.
And it's like I don't personally want to cut off any particular thing, but if you're telling me what like when I'm looking at my life, what do I see?
Right.
See, but I think that preference stuff is more for women. Like women do that much more than men do.
Oh, for sure. But that's it goes back to my original
many dudes
thing.
would be like, I don't date this race.
I've never met a dude. I've met a white guy who's like, I love black women. It's a shame I can't bring them home.
Damn.
But he was also from like the sticks in Georgia.
Yeah, sometimes
like,
it's the game. The game just
and it's like,
correlate.
and he's like, no, I fucks with it. Like I would, if I find love in this area, I would love that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I haven't. It's like I can't bring him home. I gotta wait till my grandfather dies. So
damn.
It's like, God damn. He's like, how old is he? He's like, he's hanging in strong. It's like, shit. So, I mean, whenever you cut someone out, is just bad.
And obviously, I think like it's normal to be like, I'm an Indian dude. I want an Indian. Like,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, all that.
You want
shit
what you
is-
want.
If you want to keep it in the community, like
Keep it strong. Keep it safe. You know what I mean?
for sure.
But I mean, with that being a thing, I am noticing more mixed race kids and stuff, and I think that's where we're going because more people are just being more progressive, more open.
Right.
But if you decide like I don't want to do it,
One day the world's gonna look like Steph Curry.
And
Did
us.
you see that? Did you see that white lady walking around New York with her black kids in the
grocery store and
the
calling people
grocery store?
nigga?
Yeah.
What?
She's some sort of like conservative
That's
provocateur
where you're
wannabe.
like,
And she's
yo.
got black kids, and the butcher, the deli, whatever, won't make her whatever because she's not wearing a fucking mask. They're like, bitch, you gotta go.
And she had the MAGA hat on. Like,
Yeah.
She was.
And she called him a pussy ass nigga with a hard R. And the security guard was like, all right, you got to go.
She said,
And she's
"Hold
like,
up,
what?
look at-
Because I called him a net. And I'm like, I don't even want to repeat it because she does hard R. Like Deep South, Emmett Till,
But
Lynch, and
she's
black.
like, look at my kids though. My kids are
Right.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
She's like,
kids-
my husband's black. I don't think she said that.
But that doesn't give you fucking permission.
Of course not.
See, and this is why
What
I
are those
want.
kids gonna turn out? That's how you
Awful.
get a
Candace Owens,
Yeah.
I don't even think necessarily. I think Candace Owens is just an opportunist.
Yeah.
I don't think she actually believes the bullshit that comes out of her face.
I don't think she believes all of it. I think some of it she stands on. But I think
No,
for the most part,
because before this bitch had like she was raising money for Bernie Sanders.
sure.
She had started a website to like dox conservatives. She saw a lane and a bag, and I think she chased it.
I do think she's one of those people
Broke
who
niggas
can
don't deserve no pussy.
who can fucking switch her opinion. Because I've seen her on some podcasts, and to be honest, she's not like the left would paint her as really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
The shit she says about like stuff that has nothing to do with politics, she doesn't sound dumb.
She's not the dumbest.
So I'm like, so she's calculated. She knows
Yeah.
fucking. But I do think she could just flip
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
believe.
I honestly don't believe she believes the shit she says. I think she just knows she can be a blackface for OAN and fucking Fox News.
And it'll just work.
Perfect.
You
But
gotta-
it's like I get your money, but like, is it worth it?
Oh yeah, never.
You know what I
worth
mean?
it.
No. I mean, absolutely not. You guys ready to go through search histories?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know this is a thing.
Give me phone.
All right, you can have mine if you like. Chris, give me yours.
No.
Okay, well, that's rude.
You look.
He's nervous, huh?
Yeah. You can pick up your mic. He's so nervous. He can't even pick his shit up.
All right, so is Wu-Tang cultural appropriation?
Meditation.
That's a pretty funny one. Your Cigna pay bill, that one hurts.
That does hurt.
You got a couple days you're looking at that shit.
That's a lot of money I need for a root canal.
You look at a lot of stories on this. It's not as bad as I thought.
What day are you on? Oh, you're still on today.
You had a lot today.
Oh, bro, I'm addicted. And so I deleted the app, and then I just get on it.
On your Safari?
Yeah.
Like a lunatic?
Yeah.
Looked up Candace Owens.
You're looking at your patient history. I mean, this is just a lot of freaking out over this bill.
Over my root canal and Wu-Tang being a cultural appropriation.
ZZZ, Quill versus melatonin. You not sleeping right?
Nah, man. I do like pre-workout, and if I do that shit, I just won't sleep.
Yeah, I don't
But melatonin fucks me up.
God damn. All he looks at is, I'm only up to Wednesday. There's so many stories.
So I'm addicted, bro.
You have to change your life.
I mean, you got to be deleting shit, right? I mean, this just looks like you're going through.
He's pretty known.
Most of my shit is news.
A lot of news, a lot of Cigna.
Mm-hmm.
Because his stuff is practical.
It is very practical.
You don't have YouTube on here?
No.
Most recent thing I looked at was Bruno Mars cultural appropriation. That's what led to Wu-Tang.
I go YouTube.
Your phone is going to close.
He just got a 7, so.
Yeah, that's not far from the truth.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell is this? It feels so weird holding it in my hand.
No, what do you hitting?
What is this picture here?
I went to a Jewish Pakistani wedding.
Do tell.
Yeah.
How'd they link up?
Are you guys through war?
Man, how did they link up? I don't even know, really. I'm only friends with
the Jewish guy?
I'm friends with the Jewish guy. I was a brown dude from the Jewish side.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah.
YouTube is interesting.
Well, I don't think anything on YouTube was doing anything that was crazy. I hope. Probably a lot of Fleetwood Mac. Some Journey. Hand it over, Bubba.
I got YouTube and I got what's the name up. It's going to be a lot of orders on my search history.
I can't even really roast you. These are not...
Because he's normal.
I told you.
I'm normal, too. All I look up is normal stuff.
That's not correct, though.
See, my YouTube, it would be like Flat Earth.
Okay. Do tell. You think that is a flat earth?
I mean, every conspiracy theory I'm going through for a while.
I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist
Why'd
myself.
you Google Sam Cassell?
I was looking for the nigga that looked like an alien.
That is Sam Cassell. That would in fact be Sam Cassell.
He's lucky he can hoop.
He can. He is terrifying.
What's my usage?
Your usage is Safari all day, baby.
Yo, I work from home.
All day.
Oh, the Brian Scalabrine 101.
There you go.
That's just judging a white dude. I mean, he was in the league for fucking 14 years.
Yeah, he did body that kid, though.
He did.
He was in the league.
Pass my thing. Though.
No.
Bowen Yang, who was that?
Bowen Yang. Oh, the dude SNL guy who did the gay iceberg this weekend. Very funny.
Oh, okay. I'll check it.
Very good.
Nervous.
Angela Yee Lip Service. What is that? That's a segment she
that's
does?
that's her show, man.
Okay.
She has a podcast.
Mastectomy surgery. Go on.
Titty surgery.
But why?
You know how I think I could do surgeries?
Yeah.
I just been, it's weird. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it's weird, but like I go to sleep to like surgery sometimes. Cause
you go to sleep to it?
Because it'd be so dense that like it's my version of like
damn it, Nikhil.
White noise.
Just presses. I feel like my mother. Oh, ignore limit for today. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's a lot. Stories.
There you go. All right.
San Juan, Puerto Rico nightlife guide.
Oh yeah.
You going out of town?
Yeah, my boy's getting married. We're looking at that for a bachelor party.
Okay. White man killed by police. Why and what did you find?
I wanted to see if because I think that was right after the one that got released.
Who got released?
The info. Where was the most recent one? Oh, in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
So I wanted to see because bro, every time I check the news, I check Fox News too, and I saw Fox
Play both sides. Get both.
I saw Fox News was playing up like narratives that countered that narrative.
Really?
Yeah.
Of course they did.
So
Fox
like
News.
they were playing the side of okay, you see that army dude
Oh, you
What,
on,
pepper sprayed?
on the sidewalk?
No. Mm-hmm.
No, not the pepper spray.
Oh, different one.
On the sidewalk.
Oh, the one who pushed the dude walking his own neighborhood.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so that narrative was dude is getting on a black kid for being in the neighborhood or whatever.
Oh yes, yeah. I didn't see it yet, but I don't like looking at those things.
Fox News had the same story on their page, and their article was about
The black guy pushing.
no, the white dude getting charged, and that's like a crazy thing to happen. So I wanted to see if how they play up different
white shootings.
Yeah.
How do they play them up? Do
What?
they go like? Do they go to the same kind of way? Of course not.
So like, it'll just be so as soon as the news not spins, but like say a black kid gets killed by the police, Fox News's article will be police officer shot somewhere. You know what I mean? So they counter it in that way.
Sorry, I'm getting into some shit. YouTube video, Darthvader Hits Kids.
Holy shit.
What is that?
My YouTube will be deep, man.
I dig it.
The Power of White Jesus on YouTube.
Oh, who was that? Was that a Rogan?
It's in between two Killer Mike Rogan bits.
Oh, yeah.
Why? What was Darthvader Hits Kids?
There was a dude in a Darth Vader
It
mask.
was a TikTok, I think. It was
TikTok.
They can hit kids on TikTok. That seems so counter.
What? Like I just did 3 like story. Hey, that's my name. Stories. His own name.
Yeah, you gotta check.
How to get bigger arms fast. What'd you find out?
Still got work to do. How fast? Too like reasonably fast, or like I need this by the time I go to this wedding.
And also, who is Ayanna Presley?
She's the Georgia congresswoman.
And why you care about her husband?
Because he got big arms.
He's built.
Like what he does.
I don't know.
Nikhil, get Instagram the app. This is insane. It's just stories. Give me this back.
Okay, you can have it back. I don't have Face ID.
Do your thing. Hurry
I
up.
don't have because I don't want them to have my name.
Do
I don't
the
want
thing.
them to have an image of me.
Hey man, I got some. Talk about my shit. I got lots of stuff.
Let me
in
see
here.
through yours.
I said I put DMX once.
DMX Prince.
Yep. Apparently he got bullied by DMX.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Vice versa.
Do people know that you go through the phones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cali.
Usually I preface it before. I thought you knew.
I had no idea.
Can you give your Instagrams and your socials, young man?
Oh yeah, I'm over here.
No, you do it. Joe, quit looking at me.
Yo,
Just your YouTube. It can't get that bad.
It could get
there
bad
was an
on
entire
YouTube.
40-minute Jordan Peterson interview, but I'll let that one slide under the scope of him watching the news.
Hey, sometimes Jordan Peterson says some shit.
All right.
Go ahead, plug yourself. Actually, don't. Fuck you. That's it.
I don't know what to say.
Sometimes he's just like, make
So what's your
bed.
Instagram, buddy?
Clean up your room.
What's your Instagram?
Like, have you guys looked into Candace Owens a little bit more? Like,
Oh,
Have you actually listened to
are we
Ben
wrong
Shapiro?
about Hannity? Like, you know what I mean?
this is what I think about. See, you guys can't see, but it's a TV on, and it says "When They See Us," the movie. So that's more.
Vince Vaughn calls Matt Gaetz a legend.
Nigga, give your goddamn Instagram.
Nikhil _Mehta, the
No
number
one to spell
2.
all that.
Yeah, I'm about to
It's
say.
a N as in NIKHIL _MEHTA number 2.
Any last things before we out?
Nah, nothing yet. I'm really trying to get to where he is concerned. We might have to do that one off screen.
And on that note, thank you guys for listening.
Peace out.